O Sri Ramana, bestow your grace upon me, so that I may, in experience, flawlessly attain the unequaled and unsurpassed essence of the practice, sadhana of self-knowledge, the excellent path, who am I, which you have discovered to be the central and foremost among all the various paths. O Sri Ramana, the heart, who through your grace protects me at every moment by guiding me along the correct path, rise from within and teach me the true import of your divine and unequaled teachings, so that I may know them in their undefiled, pristine purity. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Aranachala Ramanaya Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om.
Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Does anyone want to ask any questions or share anything? Esther, welcome.
Thank you, Tom. Hello, everyone. What I'm doing recently is writing down all the quotes from 7 Steps to Awakening, and then also writing down my reaction to each quote. And maybe I can read one and my reaction to it. It's quote 21. Can hunger be appeased by eating food cooked over a painted flame? The end of pain, the bliss of peace, results from egoless awareness, not at all from verbal wisdom. And my response was, the mind reads over and over again that it's not by the mind that wisdom appears. Yet straight after it has read this, it will go on as before, the same useless way. So just by reading these quotes, writing them down, it seems like a message got through to me that didn't get through to me by just reading it as before. And the message is that really any kind of wisdom is in the heart. It's not at all in the mind.
Thank you, Hester. Thank you for the wonderful reading and for your response as well, sharing that with us. Anything else you'd like to say? How was this process for you? Do you recommend it to others?
I really do. And it's, at first, I thought it would be a chore, but I'm actually like much more motivated to do it than I thought. It's really useful to me. And I noticed straight away at the first meditation that there's a huge difference. It's really like things get through to me more by spending more time with the quotes. So thank you for the for this homework.
Yes, it was my suggestion you do this, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And why do you think it's made a difference?
Well, as I said, it seems like before it was just the mind processing all this information and saying to itself, yeah, it's not by the mind that wisdom comes. And then straight away, like the next minute, I'll be totally in the mind and depending on the knowledge in the mind to guide my way. And it's false. So it's a very tough routine to break, it seems like. And this helps me.
Thank you, Hester. Yes, it's one of the best books there. 7 Steps to Awakening. Here's a copy I have. It's one of the best books available on liberation. And the mind is very good at forgetting the teachings. Very good at forgetting the teachings. If it ever knew them in the first place. And Michael Langford suggests a couple of techniques. One of which is to read the quotes very, very slowly. Read the quotes very, very slowly. That in itself is a very, very good piece of advice. The other thing I believe he recommends, if my memory serves me right, I guess he does, is he asks us to ask two questions with every quote. What is the purpose of this quote? That's question one. And question two, what would I have to do to put this purpose into practice? And he recommends we write the answer down. And we take the time to write the answer down for every quote. And of course, most people never, of course, do it. Of course. But maybe Hester has inspired you. She thought it would be boring, laborious, a chore. But instead, it has meant the teachers have gone deeper into her. And instead, it has meant in the silence, she's more able, more easily able to access the silence within her. If you read a quote, are you able to, 5 minutes later, tell me what the quote was, what it said, what it didn't say? If you read a page in a book, 5 minutes later, 30 minutes later, the next day, are you able to tell me or yourself or someone else what you read? Read slowly. This is not only about accumulation of information, this is about the teachings going deep into us. What is the purpose of the quote? And how can you put that purpose into practice? Or what is stopping you putting the purpose into practice? Write down the answers. Take your time. Can hunger be appeased by eating food cooked over a painted flame? The end of pain. The bliss of peace results from egoless awareness and not at all from verbal wisdom. Not at all from verbal wisdom. Thank you, Esther. Artu, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
So I pushed the button after Hester was speaking. I have been practicing, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. Also, one quote from the same book, seventh chapter from Ramana. I see if I can remember it here in the present situation. So, if you observe awareness steadily, this awareness itself as guru will reveal the truth. And I did not write it down or anything. I just read it many times, and it was one of the quotes that was clear enough and easy to put in practice. So along with other Langford advice, I have been meditating with this quote in the beginning and maybe in the middle of meditation. And I believe this is also first time that I really have stopped more properly with one sentence and coming back to it. This morning was very pleasant moment of meditation. It was kind of effortless, seeing the mind and also seeing the me searching, the part of me which is searching for the truth. It was kind of seen in the in the same way without effort, and it was it felt very big relief in that moment, and hours after that very peaceful. I feel very good that I've been practicing more. I've been able to practice, and also after years, there has been years after I have coming back to Langford books again. I'm totally. Feels very much different than in the first time. And also I realized that, for example, this Eternal Bliss book, I didn't even remember what it was about. Like I completely forgot like 80% of the book. So now I read it like, okay, this is just like all his books, like amazing gift, like to even get to read them, and especially if it touches. They really touch my heart, and like I'm really happy now that I'm at this point. Yeah, in this morning, it felt like, I don't know if it was the first time, but it felt like it's already there kind of feeling. Not like this is it or anything like that, but like the awareness was momentarily something which was not like practiced. It was more like home, and the mind was seen from home. Otherwise, if I share a little bit more, the ego, this kind of seeing the ego and ego tricks and all the parts of the ego and personality has been going on spontaneously. Like every day, there's something coming up, of the ego, and then it's seen and loved, and it seems like this process has been relieved a lot. This crying and everything, but also it seems it has made me a little bit more peaceful overall, like less reactive. I have seen this in some moments that I've been very peaceful in moments that I would have been more reactive or yeah. So I'm very happy again about this. I have been going through these Langford books, reading and practicing, reading and practicing. and it has been very good flow now. So that's where I've been going now. A little bit shifting towards the awareness, watching awareness method, and loving all method during the day. And these 7 steps of awakening, this is the first time I really like, this is, I understand this. This is very, very good stuff. I did not realize it last time. I have had this book for a long time. So thank you, a lot.
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot. Thank you, Artu. Thank you. Very happy for you. Very happy for you. The teachings are so simple, but it can take a long time for the mind to start seeing the power of these teachings. And it can take a while for the mind to be inclined to start to follow them, put them into practice. To stick with one quote that is powerful and stick with that day after day after day. The mind wants more, you see. It wants to read 20 quotes, 30 quotes, 40 quotes. And that's fine. That's fine. But eventually, better for it to slow down.
Yeah, when starting to read more, it feels like a distraction in a way.
It is.
Yeah.
At some point, initially it's helpful, but then at some point it is just distraction. It's just stopping you. The same thing that was helping you before now becomes a hindrance. This is the way it is with all worldly or objective spiritual practices, including reading books, listening to teachings. Any practice that involves the body, mind, or world. There's only one practice that doesn't involve body, mind, world. You can call it what you like. But Bhagavan called it self-inquiry, self-surrender, self-abidance, self-attention, awareness, watching awareness, whatever you want to call it. One thing to point out, this quote that Artu read and has been meditating upon, this is the first quote in the final step, chapter in step 7. The first quote, I believe,
Yes.
is quote 1439. I have it here. If you observe awareness steadily, this awareness itself as Guru will reveal the truth. If you observe awareness steadily, this awareness itself as Guru will reveal the truth. One thing I just want to point out. And then we'll go to Julius. Is that we cannot observe awareness with any sense organs or even with the mind. It's our it's our inner our inner consciousness, our inner I that can observe awareness. It's our inner being that can observe awareness by being it. It's this third eye. It's the symbolic third eye. It's not an actual observation with the eyes, with the visual apparatus. No, you cannot observe awareness with the visual apparatus, with the sense organs, the mind, with objects. It is known through itself. If you try and observe awareness with your eyes, it's like trying to look at the back of your own head. It isn't possible. So these instructions for self-inquiry, they are necessarily indicative and metaphorical because it takes us to a place beyond words, where words cannot reach. The question, who am I, similarly is meant to take us to this place that words and thoughts, the mind and the senses cannot reach, which is why it is so powerful. This observation is an inner observation, inner knowing, inner being. I hope that's helpful.